How do we navigate the change-making conversation spaces arc? Spaces, safe, positive, align, collaborate, empower, space. Let's look at this. Let's start with safe. By designing a safe conversation container, how you and the other persons are showing up in that conversation. By creating an environment of mutual trust and respect. Some powerful questions on safe. What would make this an awesomely safe and engaging space for us today? How are you showing up? Are we ready to talk about this? How do we want to design our safe conversation container? Positive. By assuming positive intentionality and bringing out that curiosity without judgment and biases. By clarifying the purpose and agenda of the conversation. Some questions on positive. What will be helpful for us to talk about? What's the situation? What's the intended goal, agenda for our conversation? Moving on to align. By aligning on the intended outcomes, goals, and the future state of where you want this conversation to go. Questions on align. What do you want? What would success look like? What's the ideal state? Tell me more. Collaborate. By exploring together on the collective learning and what's possible in terms of the change and the progress. There is an element of mentoring also in collaborate. Mentoring is all about sharing expertise if requested by the other person to deepen the learning. Some powerful questions on collaborate. What's possible? What are the possibilities? How would that feel like? What would be different? What will that give you? On mentoring, be very succinct in your expertise share. Offer your top couple of advice options with their pros and cons. Check in on how these advice and options are resonating, most importantly, with the other person. What resonates for you? What connects for you? Moving on to empower, by eliciting collective forward solutions and insights with the other person. Creating a shift in the other person's thinking and for new collective ideas to emerge. Some sample powerful questions on empower. What are you noticing? What's happening for you right now? What else? What impact would this have on you? And finally, on space, holding space for creativity and accountability, those forward actions to emerge from the conversation. Some questions on space creation. What will support you? What will you do? When will you do it? What will accountability look like? Let's continue navigating our conversations and make them more change making by bringing on the change making conversation spaces arc, by navigating this arc day in and day out, and let our conversations be more change making.